Welcome to Matrix Velocity. In this particular video, I'm going to take you through the Salesforce opportunity and quote objects as it relates to the matrix order object and the fulfillment of the items that are on the order from both inventory as well as creating a purchase order and doing a drop shipment. Now, when you look at Matrix, we are an embedded product within the CRM application itself. So there are many objects within Salesforce that Matrix is sharing or a part of. So what makes our product unique is that Matrix needs to have Salesforce, and Salesforce needs to have Matrix for all the inventory management, purchase orders, and all the other capability Matrix offers the ecosystem. So with that said, I'm going to start at an account. And of course, this is just a Salesforce account page with all the typical information. Now, because we do both purchase orders and invoicing, we do have matrix information area that allows you to have terms and conditions, tax rates, anything that is more financial related. In addition to that, we track all the customer's assets, from serialized assets to non-serialized, all the way to even non-inventory products, which are things like labor and managed services. Because Matrix allows such capability, we've also created purchase orders with multiple price books to multiple vendors. And that means that different vendors can compete for the same product based on pricing and availability. And I'll show you that as we move through the system. One of the other features that will be shown is the case tool. We've taken the Salesforce case tool and expanded that into a full-blown service and repair system with return merchandise authorization and tracking. And it will look at the client asset and will remove that asset if that's the disposition in RMAs that you've chosen. Meaning I brought it in, I'm going to send it over to a hot swap facility for repair and send the customer a new product. And all that is tracked from cradle to grave within Matrix. Again, starting at the customer history, all the way through the shipment and the return of any product. So let's start off with an opportunity. So this would just be a Salesforce opportunity. Now, what I'm going to do with this new opportunity is add some products to it. Now, the products in the new opportunity are going to look at a matrix price book. So, of course, I'm just going to scroll down here a little bit and add products. I like doing it with the quick links, but just so you can see that it's on that product page. Now, on my new opportunity, looking at matrix price books, you're going to see a couple new filters here for large price books. Our price books can handle over 500,000 products. Yes, 500,000. And we have show physical products, show non-inventory products, and of course clear filters. So if I just want to show physical products only, that would bring up what's on the default page here. So I'm going to grab a couple products, and I'm also going to grab a serialized product so you can see how that works. Now, as I move this over to the opportunity page, a sales rep at any time can use this little pop-up and look at what's available, what's on order, and of course what's on hand, so they can give their customer good information. This history link too shows the rep, the customer's last purchase date, the order number, and the price. So all that is available both on the opportunity, quote, and order page. I want you to think of these as all syncing together. They just work together. So again, I can take this opportunity, move it to a quote, or take this opportunity and move it to an order, or frankly, I can go and create a quote to order, or I can just create an order. Matrix doesn't care which way you go in. All right, now that I have my opportunity and I have all my different line items on this particular opportunity, all three of those different line items, I can come in as I'm working with the client and create a quote, and as I said, convert it to an order as well. So for this particular video, we're going to go right to a quote. Okay, and this is my new quote. When I click on save, all the items that are on that opportunity are going to come over to the quote. Now, at this quote level, if I want to make certain that anytime I change products on the quote that syncs back to the opportunity, of course I want to sync that. This is really a Salesforce feature. So now that I have my quote line items on this particular quote from the opportunity, and my customer calls and says, hey, let's do this, all I have to do as a sales rep is come into that particular quote number 23 and click convert to an order. Now once this order is converted, the rep would click commit. That changes our status from open to committed. This is a workflow alert that goes to order fulfillment, accounting, finance, whoever okays that this customer is in good standing and we can fulfill the order. Down here you can see all my different totals. These can be shown or not shown. It also shows the profitability on this order as well, the total weight, and these are being pulled from the product object as well as price books. You can also see the original opportunity and the original quote that this order came from. And of course we have back orders and all kinds of wonderful things within Matrix. Alright, so from here I'm going to move over to fulfillment. Now in fulfillment, this is where it gets really exciting for Matrix, because at this level I can actually create pick tickets and purchase orders, do drop shipments, bring product in from a purchase order in and ship it back out if it needs to be reconfigured or pre-configured before it goes to the customer. And I can even ship from my primary locations. So what I'm going to do here is leave these two items coming out of my primary inventory location. This one here, I don't want to ship out of customer returns, but it looks like my primary location doesn't have any, because if it did, it would show. So we're going to create a purchase order and do a drop shipment. Now when I click on complete fulfillment, I'm creating a purchase order and a pick ticket at the same time and linking them to the actual Matrix sales order. Now here is where I can say bring it into my location, or I can say let's drop ship. I did speak about multiple vendors on a product. This red vendor at the product list is my preferred vendor. The other two also have pricing and different delivery dates. So I don't have to go with this vendor. In fact, this one's a little cheaper, and who knows what the ship days are, but by God, we're going to go for that lower price. So now that I say create the purchase order, or purchase orders, against that sales order that we are just on, the two now are linked. So for this video purpose, let's assume that we got our ship confirmation from our supplier from the order. So I'm just going to click on drop ship confirmed. What that is doing is it's allowing me to receive that one product in. And now you can see my status over here is received in full drop ship. So as I go back to the order, I'm going to scroll down here. You'll see my pick ticket, not pick status, but I want to show you the actual purchase order itself. Here's the PO that we just received in full drop ship. Now, the other thing is you have all of these quick links over here, and this is my preferred way to look at things. And then here's my pick ticket 43 that's in the not picked status from the primary location, and we're going to go into that particular pick status. Now, I can print my pick ticket out to have the user go out to the warehouse or shelf and pull those items. Once that's done, these items come over to a pack station. That's where we confirm what we're going to pick. Why are we confirming? Because we may in fact have assets that are serialized that we want to either pick from a list. Here's a list of serial numbers. Or, since we have 4 assets found with TBDs and none at the list level, what we want to do here is use a barcode scanner and scan in that new serial number. So I can track serial numbers at the purchase order coming into my system and track those serial numbers going out, or I can define all of my serial numbers as TBD and only track those serial numbers going out. So now you can see that it dropped down to only 4 TBDs found, and here's the serial number that is now going to be owned by that particular customer. And that serial number will show up at the asset list at the account level. And then of course we have the packing slip. So the packing slip is just that. It shows the items that are going to be shipped, and it also shows the serial number that is on that particular packing slip related to that particular product. Now, once I finish this ship system or process, my matrix order will automatically close. This is a feature that's in setup in Matrix. You can say don't do that, and it's just a checkbox. But as you can see here, my status says closed, and there's the invoice that we actually created. Now, when all this was going on, many things happened at once. The inventory location, the primary inventory location that we shipped out of, debited that particular inventory. Here's a larger inventory view. So we got quantity on hand, elevated, or available and allocated. And so from there, all of our numbers match up as far as what was on hand and what got shipped. And that's in the primary location. We also track the actual serial numbers that were in that location for other products that can be shipped. And here's some more of those TBDs. We had 3 left. You can see them here. So that's at our inventory level. And again, we use the purchase order object to bring in inventory for stock. Or, as you've seen here, at the order level, we actually matched a purchase order and a pick ticket to one order and tracked that entire process all the way through, regardless of it being drop shipped or brought in, configured, and shipped back out. Everything is tracked all the way back to that customer. And there's that big giant serial number that I just put in. 818, PO 34, order 88. And of course, I didn't have any warranty status at the product level. So the product object is Salesforce. We've added a lot of great features onto it, and we'll be going into other videos to show details about the product. The next video will be the case object and what we've done there. So thank you for listening. Appreciate any comments, and thanks again.